Right, clarity call, 27th January. Gaurav is saying that he is being a doormat, but he doesn't know what being a doormat really is. Okay, so let's facilitate that. It might help you get some understanding as to what really being a doormat is. So, why did you say that you feel like a doormat? Let's hear the why.
Because I mean, whatever my family or the outside surroundings are doing, I am just being a doormat. I'm not doing anything for that. Uh, I'm just using the tools. I mean, that is fine, but I am not. I mean,
But why would you
taking
say that
action.
whatever everybody else is doing, you are a doormat? Are you saying that you are just there? You are not contributing? Is that what you are saying?
Yeah, sort of. I mean, yeah, I'm not.
Or does that mean that can be a furniture as well? That can be a sofa, that can be a divan, that can be a luxurious chair. Why did you choose the word doormat? Mhm.
Because I have seen my uh, family, my mother basically, my family basically, a lot of
Mhm.
time using the doormat. Whenever they see me, they just use the doormat to scrub their feet. जो भी कहते हैं उसको.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay. To scrub the feet, you were saying that they're using you as if they're scrubbing their feet. Okay.
Yeah,
They're
basically
not
they.
literally, they're not literally doing it, are they?
I mean, it feels like that as if they are.
Okay. I'm joking about it. I want you to get out of seriousness.
Mm,
What is the value of not laughing at your problems? You gotta laugh at your problems so that you can solve them. Okay. So let's laugh
mm,
about it and let's see what we can do to change it. Okay.
mm,
So interesting, nobody else has joined. So it can actually be your facilitation. So
mm.
hmm,
Yeah, it's almost like a personal
what is
session.
the what is the value of being a doormat? What do you love about being a doormat? Truly.
Actually, there is nothing that I love. I am sort of hiding something basically, which is why I'm being this, to be
Hmm.
honest.
Hmm.
And I want to
What is
change that.
that
I want to
something?
get out.
What is that something?
This is something related to, I mean, a relationship like that. I mean, so that is again a one-sided thing and all that bullshit, jo bhi hai.
Mhm.
And I want to
Mhm.
basically get over this.
Okay. So, Gaurav,
Something that I
first of
really
all,
won't
let's
be.
clear the energy of the doormat thing that you spoke about. Okay. Someone has
Hmm,
come. Let's
hmm,
admit her. So, let's clear the energy of being a doormat. First of all,
hmm.
what is the value of being a doormat? Everything that is times a godzillion, do you choose to destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong,
Yeah,
good and bad, pod and pop, online shots, boys, bobards, and beyonds. Everything you are being and doing to continue being treated like a doormat, do you choose to destroy and uncreate it all? Right
yes.
and wrong, good and bad, pod and pop, online shots, boys, bobards, and beyonds. And what do you hate about being a doormat? So we did the love about being a doormat. We are going to do a hate
Hmm.
about being doormat. Whichever the energy
Polarity.
is stronger, we will run with that. So what is the value of loving to be a doormat? And what is the value of hating to be a doormat? Everything that is times a godzillion. Do you choose to destroy and uncreate it all, once for all and for all eternity, please?
Hmm.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pop, all nine shorts, boys, provides, and beyonds. What are the big fives that you are using to continue being a doormat that you are choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion. Do you choose to destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Look at that, you're laughing. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pop, all nine shorts, boys, provides, and beyonds. And
Yeah.
what have you misidentified and misapplied being a doormat? Everything that is times constant you choose to destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pop, online shots, boys, povens, and beyonds. And how many lifetimes have you been a doormat?
Oh, many, many. Not just one. It's been multiple, 70, 75. बहुत सारे.
75.
Lot of.
So all of that, all the oaths, vows, swearings, fealties, formalities, bindings, bondings, blood oaths, commitments, contracts that you've made to continue being a doormat throughout lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime till the time you get it right. Do you choose
Yeah.
to revoke, recant, renounce, resign, reclaim, destroy, and uncreate it once for all and for all eternity? Right and wrong, good and bad, for and for, online shows, boys, poets, and beyonds. Let's expand our energy and shift one molecule that can change your reality of being a doormat and claiming, owning, acknowledging your capacities, your brilliance of being. Everything that doesn't allow this to happen, we choose to destroy and uncreate it all, right and wrong, good and bad, for and for, online shows, boys, poets, and beyonds. And let us now do everybody together. Josna, welcome. Kamal, welcome. Let's do, we are doing an energy expansion exercise for Gaurav. Gaurav feels that everybody is treating him like a doormat. He's unable to get out of it. So we are helping him shift one molecule in the universe that will help him come out of that energy and see what is true for him. He wants to claim, own, acknowledge what his potency is. So we are facilitating that. So let us all close our eyes. Take a deep breath. Push down all your barriers. Push it down, push it down, push it down. Note that I'm saying that we are pushing it down. We can also say we are forcing it down for the barriers that are refusing to go down. We force them down with kindness, force them down. With barriers, we cannot receive. So barriers down, barriers down, barriers down. And now let us do some tens to be in communion with the earth, to be in communion with your body, and with communion with the universe. Because with the communion, we'll be able to receive better. We will be more cognizant of the energies. So let's now do some 10 on 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 10, 10, 10. What does 10 do? 10 allows you to be the photon wavelength energy, and it allows you to connect with consciousness easily, with fun. And now expand yourself outwards. We need to make space. We need to make space. We need to connect with all the conscious beings around the world. We have to have that communion with our body, earth, and the universe to be able to shift that one molecule that will bring in the magic. So keep expanding, 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 expanding across the city, country, continent, beyond the continents, all land masses, water bodies, includes the plants, animals, everyone else, everything else into your expansion. Keep expanding till the time you have included the entire planet. That's your being. And from this space, what is that one molecule, Gaurav, you can shift that will change your reality? Everything that doesn't allow you to shift one molecule at a time, it will change your reality. You choose to just try and uncreate it, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, bottom and top, online shots, boys, debates, and beyonds. Experience the shift in your body, in your being, and receive the contributions of all the conscious minds who are willing to contribute to you. All the conscious bodies, the entities with bodies, without bodies, who are willing to contribute to you, contribute to your being, and who have your back. Receive it. Continue receiving it and be it. And from that space, you breathe in, and when you're ready, gently open up your eyes. How do you feel?
Yeah, it is. The space is expensive.
And now in this space, let's ask one question.
Mm.
When you're being a doormat, who are you being? What are you being?
Yeah, it's a person basically. I don't
There you
want to
go.
name it. I want to hide it
Okay,
out.
that's okay. So Everywhere you're being someone else rather than claiming, owning, acknowledging your brilliance, your capacities. Do you choose to destroy and uncreate it all?
Yeah.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pop, online shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And now, everything you have defined about who, what, when, where, why, how you be, up until the last moment in this lifetime, all previous lifetimes, timelines, dimensions, realities, reaches to destroy and
Falling for
uncreate it all.
everything.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pop, online shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. That's the real Gaurav.
Yeah.
That's the real Gaurav.
Absolutely.
You can create from that space, my friend, the happiness. And everywhere
Mm.
you have misidentified and misapplied allowance, everywhere you have misidentified, misapplied allowance, everywhere you have misidentified, misapplied allowance as being a doormat, you choose to destroy and uncreate it all.
Yes, yes, absolutely
Right and
everything.
wrong, good and bad, pot and pop, online shirts, boys, poets, and beyonds. You do not have to save mankind. You do not have to be a doormat. You do not have to misidentify and misapply allowance as being a doormat. When you
Mm.
have allowance for everyone and everything, you are acknowledging that everybody is entitled to their point of view. People can call you anything, but does it make it true for you?
Mm-hmm.
So run this
No.
like crazy. Run this like crazy.
Everything that I misapplied and misidentified as being a doormat or
About allowance. About being in
about
allowance means being
about being
as a
alone.
doormat. Run it like crazy.
Yeah, okay.
And
This is my way.
definitions. Finish all your definitions about who have you defined yourself as, who, what, when, where, how, what. Sorry, who, what, when,
What,
where,
when,
how,
how,
when. Okay?
yeah, who,
All of
when,
them.
how,
All of
why.
that. I'll give it to you in writing. If I've missed out
Yeah.
anything, I'll give it to you in writing. Everything you have defined as who, what, when, where, how, you be, choose to
Mm.
destroy. Keep running it.
Okay.
It will help you
Mm.
remove all your definitions that you have created. This is Gaurav. And then
Mm.
it will allow space for you to truly be what you are capable of being. And then you can get out of all the toxicity of which you haven't spoken about, toxicity of relationships, toxicity of your connections that you have in this lifetime with the family members that you're talking
Mm.
about.
Mm.
Who, what, when, where, why, how.
Mm. Okay.
Six of them.
Yeah, who,
Clear
what,
all
when.
those definitions. When, where, why, how, you be. And
Okay.
another one that can help you is all the relationships that I have with my
Mm.
parents, with my friends, with my partner, with my business, with my creations, with my money flows, with my money flows, with my money flows, with my business, and everything else, I choose to destroy and uncreate it all in the morning. And you can include
Yeah.
parents in it, you can include job in it, you can include career in it. When you include destroy and uncreate everything, you're not you're not destroying it. You are eliminating the history of it and you are ready to create fresh every day.
Yeah, I do that. Actually, I use this tool.
Yes.
So,
So the beauty is that you use it being present. Last time also I said being present, you do it. Destroy and uncreate your relation, your definitions about yourself. And what do I hate about being a doormat? What do I love about being a doormat? And what have I misidentified, misapplied allowance as being a doormat? It should
mm.
clear some of the muck. It should clear some of the muck. And let's see how you go. Keep asking the questions. And you also mentioned that you're unable to ask the question, who does it belong to?
Yeah.
Why? Let's investigate that. Why?
There is some weird energy behind my back, just behind my heart.
So who
There's
and
also
what?
some heaviness saying something all the time. Like, do this,
So
do
who
that.
and
This
what
is
are
not
you
going to
hiding
work.
behind your back? Who or what? Who and what are you hiding behind your back?
Yeah, that is the
That if
same
you
person.
didn't, yeah, you know that one, right? Who and what am I hiding behind my back that if I didn't would unleash a level of power and potency that I do not want to have and I think I cannot handle? Everything that is times a godzillion teaches to destroy and uncreate it all.
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pork, online shots, boys, poets, and beyonds. We have infinite capacities, but we hide them. When you hide them, you have backache, discomfort in your back. Who or what am I hiding behind my back so dynamically that if I didn't, would unleash a level of power, potency that we don't want to have and we think we cannot control. Everything that is time to godzillion teaches to destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pork, online shots, boys, poets, and yours. Gaurav, it will also help you with your employment situation, your career situation, your job situation. Because I remember last time you said that I'm not working yet. So that will allow you to bring up the energy of the capacities you have so that you can also monetize it. What is
Can you
true for
say
you,
this
my
again one more time? I was writing it
yes.
down.
Who and what? Who and what am I hiding behind my back so dynamically that if I didn't, would unleash a level of power and potency that I do not want to have, and I think I'll not be able to control. Everything that is times a godzillion, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pork, online shots, boys, poets, and beyonds.
Yeah, that's a great hearing.
Yeah, run that. That will give you access to who you are truly. And then from there, we can go further. Okay?
Yeah, actually, I have one more question. Can I ask right now?
Go ahead, no
Yeah,
problem.
so the thing is that actually, let me be really very honest with you. I do not feel like using the tools. I'm just stick to one tool.
What are you avoiding? 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 What are you avoiding?
Okay, I'll stick to this question this time. What are
What
you
are
avoiding?
you
Because I want
avoiding?
to,
Truth,
because I really would like to have change in my life.
truth. What am I avoiding? That if I
Okay,
didn't avoid, would change my reality.
you are
Truth. What
correct.
am I avoiding? That if I didn't avoid, would change my reality and allow me to truly be.
Actually, I got the answer that I do not want to change.
Exactly.
So, uh, what should I do in such cases? Just keep on using this tool about avoiding
No,
or
you ask, what is the value of not changing? What
okay,
is the value of continue to be pathetic? What do I love about being pathetic? And how many lifetimes have I pledged to continue being pathetic? What stupidity am I using to create the
10,
stupidity I am choosing?
15 times.
What stupidity am I using to create the stupidity I am choosing? Trigger yourself, Gaurav. The more and more you trigger yourself, all this crap will come out. All the big fives that I'm using to resist the change that I could be choosing, I choose to destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pork, online shots, boys, poets, and beyonds. What am I avoiding? What am I proving? What am I avoiding? What am I defending? What am I proving? Don't worry, be present with it. You can listen to the recording. What am I avoiding? What am I defending? What am I proving? Every question will have a different energy. Will have the awareness of it. And then you can choose to change that.
All the questions I get just one awareness that I do not want to change.
So what is
Yeah,
the
that
value of resisting change? What is the value of resisting change? What would it take if I didn't change and I can just, go to the top of a building and jump off? What is the
I get
value of holding on to
it.
the crap of my life? And is it honoring of your being? You resisting the change, is it honoring of your being?
Mhm.
No? Is it?
No, this it is not honoring truth.
Yes?
No.
No? So what would it take for me to choose change? What do I love about resisting change? And by not choosing change, what am I avoiding? What am I proving? What am I defending? Who am I being? Ask these questions and work with the awareness, my friend.
Sorry, work.
Work with the awareness that comes with that. With every question, you will get some awareness. Like you said, I know that I'm not choosing change. I'm resisting change. So what is the value of holding on to change? What is the value of resisting the change?
Okay.
Run with that and we will talk again. And clear it, continuously clear it. You don't need to have a specific answer. Don't go for an answer. Clear the energy every time it comes up. Clear the energy, clear the energy, clear the energy. And then you'll get a different level of awareness as to what you're required to do, what you're required to change. What is that one thing you can change? See, all this came to you the moment you shifted one molecule, right? The more you will practice this, and you can shift one molecule at a time, and then you can shift 1,000 molecules at a time for this to change in your life.
Actually,
Continue
I had these
practicing that
questions.
exercise. Sorry?
I got one more question. I don't know whether I should
Yes.
ask or not.
Go ahead. Why not?
I feel like being too much to ask the question. So
What have
the
you
other
defined as too
one I
much?
have is, I mean, yeah, it's related to awareness. I asked this question to one more facilitator. If you know Swami,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Swami. So the question first, let me tell you the question. The question is, I asked him, like, I'm using just one tool, like one key, 10 keys from 10 keys total freedom. The book I read it. I use
Hmm.
just one key all the time, like 10 seconds increment choices.
Okay.
So somewhat I am being that tool as well. I started being that tool because I had been using it for a very long time, like
Okay.
15, 20 days.
Yes.
And I like that tool, so I use it all the time.
Hmm.
It's natural to me somewhat. So
Hmm.
my question to Swami was, ki, I mean, sometimes I do not see the change that I would like to have. So
Okay.
whether I should just stick to one tool or use multiple tools from the foundation manual, like I have done
Of course,
foundation
you
as
should
well.
use all the tools. What is the value of refusing the tools? Use all the tools all the time, whichever is required.
Mm,
Whatever is required. Who does it belong to? Am I being an infinite being, living in 10-second increments? All of the tools. Use all of the tools. Why would you? So if you take a hammer, will you take a hammer to a kitchen? Will you eat your food with a hammer?
uh, I'm
Will
not
you
getting
type
your
on your
point.
computer with a hammer? No, this one tool, right?
Mm,
Different situations require different tools. To shift the
mm,
energy, you use all the tools. You use a combination of the tools. Look at the questions I asked you. They're different questions, right? They're addressing different energies. You attack a problem if it is a problem from, if it's a problem from, attack the problem from different directions. Attack the problem from different directions.
mm,
Use whichever tool is required to shift the energy. And sometimes the tool will not bring that energy. You use a different tool. For example, what do I hate about being a doormat? What do I love about being a doormat? One of them will bring the energy up. And then you clear both
mm,
ways of it. You remove the polarity of it. And then you have access to more information. And don't be impatient. Don't be impatient. Let the change happen to you. And you have to choose the change. Like you yourself said, that I'm resisting the change. So clear the point of view that I'm resisting the change so that the change can come to you and then you can choose it. You said you were using the tool of being 10-second increment choice. Is that a true choice? By resisting the change. You can't choose if you're resisting change.
mm. So actually, the awareness that I got is basically I do not want to use the tools, so I'm just stick to one tool.
Exactly. What is the value of refusing variety of tools in your life? What have you defined you like? Have you defined you hate about the tools that keeps you from using the tools? Everything that is right and wrong, good and bad, far and far, online shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds.
What
Oh
is
my
it like?
God.
Yeah, this match the energy. What do
Play
I
with it.
like?
Instead of playing with one teddy bear, play with all the toys you have. These are toys, these are tools. Play with them. What is
Yeah,
the
what do
value
I
of
like?
refusing fun? Playing with the different tools is having fun. Have more fun with the clearings, have more fun with the tools, and all the seriousness, muck, crap that is gathered in your life will shift. And have allowance for it. Sometimes it takes time. Don't be impatient.
What is the value of not using tools?
Yeah,
Variety of tools.
variety of tools. What is the value of not using all the tools? It's a
Yeah.
linear thought process. It's a linear thought process. Focus on one thing, do one thing at a time. We grew up with that. It's not your fault. So all the point of views about using one thing at a time, destroy and uncreate all of them. This linear thought process, one by one by one by one, kill it. Kill that thought process. Kill it, die. And what is the value of playing with multiple things? All right? And the moment you will start using all the tools, you will see dynamic shift because every different tool addresses a different energy.
Um, Actually, this is where I am stuck for a very, very long time. I'm not using all the tools. Like,
Yes. So use all the
so
tools.
yeah,
Embrace the
the
tool.
is
Be the
all.
tool. So every 10-second increment, you're choosing different. Every 10-second increment, choose a different tool.
Mm,
Living in 10-second increments. Use a 10-second increment choice of a tool. Every 10 seconds, choose a new tool.
yeah. So I actually got one more question. I
Go
am
on,
asking a
no
lot of
problem.
questions.
How does it get
So
any better than that?
yeah, how does it get any better than this? What else is possible?
This is possible.
Yeah, this question is basically related to the surrounding that what people are doing. I mean, I do not know whether this is gaslighting, manipulation, or abuse. I don't know. But what happens is like that people are sometimes like it is true like that people lie all the time. Like this reality, I just got this awareness. I want to tell everybody. Like I had
Mhm.
not been using Access for a very long time, but uh, I know about Access for a very long time, but I was not using it. But I just got to know that this reality is something different. I do not fit into this reality. I just got this awareness in the last 10-15 days. And I just cannot continue with this reality. No matter how hard I try to run away from Access, Access just pulls me back in. So what I have, my question basically is that people do something like they lie or they whatever they do. I mean, it they direct some energy to me. Like sometimes I do not feel like listening or my I feel like they do not have a hand or I had these all these bad energies.
Oh my God. What is a good energy or a bad energy?
So I mean these energy that I'm saying is bad.
Energies are energies. Energies are energies. There's nothing called a good energy or a bad energy. That's a judgment, isn't it? What a horrible judgment that is.
It is a judgment, totally interesting
Yeah.
point of view.
What
So
is a good
I just wanted
and also, if you're an infinite being, if somebody's throwing energy at you, does it make a difference? Can somebody threaten you? Can somebody harm you? You're an infinite being.
no.
See, that is the value of using that tool. The 10 keys, one of the key is being an infinite being. So if will an infinite being choose this?
Yes.
Will an
Yeah.
infinite being choose this? Will an infinite being judge an energy as good energy or bad energy?
No, not at all.
Energy is energy. And when
So
somebody is gaslighting you or whatever they're doing, why is it important? Why is it relevant?
yeah, I have made it too significant in my reality, in my universe,
To stop,
and it has started destroying my body as
stop,
well.
stop, stop, stop making it significant. Stop. It's a choice. Stop. All the big fives I'm using to make the point of views of everybody else significant. I'm choosing. I choose to destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, online shows, boys, perverts, and beyonds. All the big fives I'm using to gather everybody else's crap in my life. I'm choosing. I choose to destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, online shows, boys, perverts, and beyonds.
I feel like that I should just get one tool easy way and just keep on using it and live
That
my
doesn't
life.
happen.
That does not happen because, and this is where I
Use
get
all
stuck
the
and I
tools.
don't use the tools.
Use all the tools and don't make it so overwhelming for yourself. Oh my God, so many tools. No, use what is required. When you use what is required, then you can use everything. When you decide, I will only use this, then you have a problem. Flip your mindset. Instead of saying that this is the tool, I will apply it, simply say, this is the situation, what do I need to use? Is the changing of the mindset.
Yeah, this is a
I have a
learning for
fork.
me.
I have a fork. I will eat noodles. What will come to your
Mm,
life? Noodles. Instead
mm.
of saying that I require to eat food, what utensil do I require? What cutlery do I require? That changes it. Right? Then you can use a spoon, you can use a knife, you can use a fork, you can use whatever is required, you can use your hands. I know I can use silly examples, but it makes sense, right?
Yeah, yeah, it totally helps. This is a learning for me. I have to learn it because I am not using tools. I have a lot of tools, a lot of things, but I just don't use it. I'm using a tool, definitely, but just one key,
That doesn't
just
help,
one tool.
does it? That limits your life. You are having chow mein every day. You don't
It
want to
is
eat chow mein every
basically,
day.
no, basically, things do change. Like I get wonderful experiences sometimes. The one thing that has basically happened to me is like have started being happy automatically. Though there is no reason. I'm just being happy because
So
I'm
10
using the.
second increments, if you're choosing 10-second increments, every 10 seconds you say, okay, what else is possible? See, that's a
Yeah,
tool.
yeah, this is a tool. What else is possible? What?
Then the next 10 seconds you say, how does it get any better than this? That's a third
So
tool.
basically, you are trying to say this is an awareness that I got. You are trying to say that change can happen fast. I do not have to wait. Like if I want to choose something, it can happen
Depends.
fast.
It depends. What am I trying to change? What am I trying to
Mm,
change? What new choices am I trying to make? If you use the
mm,
tools, obviously it will be faster instead of using one thing. You have a spoon and you have to empty a bucket, and you have a bigger utensil to empty a bucket, which will be faster. One spoon,
multiple tools. Yeah, no,
exactly.
no, no. Okay. Yeah.
Again, you run it. What is the value of refusing the tools? What is the value of refusing the tools? What is the value of refusing the tools? What is the value of sticking to one tool? What is the value of sticking to one tool? What is the value of sticking to one tool?
Yes, this is a good
Okay?
question. I will ask
Do
this.
this. Do this.
What is the value of sticking to one tool? Okay,
Yep.
thank you for the facilitation. It will really help
Of
me.
course. Of course, Gaurav.
Yeah.
Jyotsna, Anjali.
Hey, hi, Tina.
Hi.
Tina, frankly, I'm joining the session for the first time. I joined the WhatsApp group earlier, but I'm doing a lot of things and going through a lot of things, so I couldn't join. But today, I had a class which got cancelled, so I thought,
Okay.
okay, let me use the same time for something productive. So,
Absolutely.
my first question is that when we're talking about tools, right? And I told you that this is my first class. So, when we say tools, the statements which you're repeating constantly, right? Are we saying that these are tools?
So my recommendation is have a look at. So there are multiple Facebook groups and multiple videos, etc., where they talk about the access tools. So one of the tools, the first tool is the 10 keys to unlock your life. Okay, it's a book. It's available. You can look at it, and there are numerous videos Dane has done. I can put it. I'll put it in the WhatsApp that you can go and access those 10 tools. And when you look at those 10 tools, one of them is how does it get any better than this? So when you're in a good situation, wonderful situation, or in a horrible situation, you can use this tool. Whenever you use the tool, the energy shifts, you can get better and better and better and better. Sometimes when you're stuck in a wall, you're like, oh, I can't see beyond it. It looks like, what do I do? That is the time you ask the question, what else is possible? This typically works in, let us say, a work situation or a home situation where you seem to be running out of options. You ask, what else is possible? What else is possible that I've never considered before? What else is possible? What else? That becomes a tool. Okay. Then there's another tool called who does it belong to? Who does it belong to is a tool where you basically saying that you are acknowledging that we are infinite beings. That means we have the capacity to absorb the thoughts, feelings, emotions of people around us. That's why when you go to a hospital, you pick up the energies of not being happy, sad, gloom. And when you go to a party, you become happy because there are happy bodies there. Because you can absorb thought, feeling, emotions, we use the tool, who does it belong to? If you listen to the last clarity call I did, and there Gaurav was struggling with that question, he's still struggling with it, but then there are other reasons he's going to work on it. When you ask the question, who does it belong to, this energy comes up. It can belong to your mom, it can belong to your sister, it can belong to your brother, it can belong to the society, culture, auntie, uncle, anybody else, anything else. There are multiple ways in which you can get impacted by other people's emotions. Then you lock it into your body. Then you, in fact, sometimes even take pain of other people's body and lock it into your body. So that is the time when you say, suddenly I was okay in the morning. Why am I suddenly feeling so sad? So you say, who does it belong to? Who does it belong to? Who does it belong to? Send it back to whoever this belongs to originally before I made it mine, with consciousness attached, never to return back to me in this reality, my body, or me ever again. Everything that doesn't allow this to happen, I choose to destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pop, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyond. This last statement is the clearing statement, which clears the energy. And it has a long explanation. And you can see the explanation at something called theclearingstatement.com. Dr. Dane explains the whole clearing statement, how it works on the energy. It's like a magic wand, right? It clears the energy the moment it comes up. And it helps you move forward in your life. Similarly, there are many other tools, no drugs, no judgment. If you look at that book, it basically are 10 separate keys that can allow you to get free of all judgments and everything and have your own life, your own reality, your own version of amazing, fun-filled life, which most people don't have on this planet. It's a long answer.
Yeah, and this is insightful. So I have a question then. So,
Yes.
for a lot of things we have the society who has created so much of judgments around us, right?
Yes.
But there are certain things which, when it comes to relationships, right?
Yes.
So there are certain do's and don'ts. So should we put that in that pedestal of judgment, or we should not? Like,
what is a rule? What is a rule?
extramarital sex.
Why is a rule invented?
To keep people together and be faithful to each other.
To control people. You put rules, right?
Right.
When you put a rule, your attempt is to control something, right? And why do you need to control people? Because you don't want them to become out of control, right? And that is how people say you should do it, you should not do it, you cannot do it, you definitely can't do it. So if you believe those rules and you run with these rules, what does your life become? Limited or unlimited?
Limited.
What life do you want?
Unlimited.
So I'm not saying you have to break the rules. You have to be smart about it. See how I can work around the rules and become unlimited. And that is what the tools will help you do. What are the infinite possibilities for me to have an unlimited life without being impacted by all these rules? When you ask that question, you get various possibilities that you can bypass the rule. People bypass rules all the time. Look at tax rules. People might bypass them. There's so many other rules. People bypass them. Mothers set rules for children. You cannot go out after 8 p.m. Children still manage to go. It's a silly example, but your question is more from a way more larger perspective. For example, let us say you have a life and you would like to pursue something in your career. You might want to leave the country. You might go do something else. You might want to sing, dance, do some creative work. You might not want to be a housewife. But these things which are keeping you held in place are the rules. Now, how do you go about manipulating people so that you can get out of the rules and create greater for yourself without hurting anybody? Or how can you have a situation where you have a possibility which doesn't really has to break the rule and you can still get to have what you would like to do? The first thing you have to do is invite those into your life and then make the choice, and everything else will follow. The guidance to go about it will follow. But you
I
have to be
think this
open.
became a little complex for me. I'm just trying to soak this information.
Yeah.
So when we say there are bypass, or there are things that if you want to achieve, we still can achieve. So like I talked about this particular thing, right? And it's happening. So
Yeah.
how do you bypass the pain and the hurt somebody gave you by cheating on you, by lying to you, by hiding things to you? And what is the bypass, or what is the infinite possibility uh, of of a relationship like this?
Okay. What are these, the words that you used? What are these? These are all emotions. Hurting, right? Somebody
Right.
cheating, having an impact on you. Somebody hiding, cheating, hurting. These are the words you use, right?
Right.
Where does the hurt come from? The hurt comes from an expectation, correct?
Right.
Where does expectation come from? Expectation comes from the fact that I will do this, you will do that, correct?
Right.
I will trust you, I will do this because I trust you, and you will do that. It's an expectation. And because that expectation is destroyed, there is hurt.
Right. Absolutely right.
Right? What if you didn't have any expectation?
Everybody can ask.
Then I wouldn't possibly even marry that person, right? Because the thing is that you want to settle somewhere, right? I think that's where we are coming from. That in life, somewhere, certain things we do to make your life more secure, like just. And I think the classic example is to have a partner through marriage, because you want to make your life secure through marriage with only one person having or making a common goal and moving towards towards your journey of life to be in that happy space, right? In that happy space, yes, there'll be happy moments and not so happy moments as well. However, if I do not have an expectation from a partner, if there is nothing as such which talks about being settled, then I'm a nomad, isn't it?
What's the problem with being a nomad?
Then where do I settle down? Where do I
Why do you need to settle down?
become content?
Why do you need to become content? Why do you need to settle down? Why do you need to be secure? Okay, stop. These are all concepts. This is a deeper conversation. You are an infinite being. You do not need. What are you scared of that you need to be secure? What are you scared of? The idea of being secure, settled, etc., etc., are implanted. Why are they implanted? Because you see everybody doing it in this. There's nothing wrong about it. You see that from your childhood. People say that there is a lot of value of finally settling in your life, finally being secure, finally being in a relationship. First of all, for security, why don't you marry? Why? That's the definition of security that the society puts on you. Again, no judgment. That is how we've been brought up. That is how you will have partnership, and from that partnership, you will be able to get happiness. So what is the source of happiness? External, not internal. External. So this will happen, I will become happy. That will happen, I will become happy. What if I could just be happy? What if I could just be happy? Now it goes back to the whole construct of how you've been brought up, how you have understood what emotions are, what disappointment is, what expectation is. These are the definitions with which you bring up yourself. If you could get rid of all these expectations and you could select, I would like to have a great life. I would like to have a great life, and I want to put my energies in creating a great life because I am the source of creation. I am the source of my happiness, not anybody else, not anything else outside of me. I don't need to be married to be settled or secure. I can be secure by myself. I don't need to marry or talk to friends or go to a party to be happy. I can just be happy. The problem is, again, not problem, the situation that we grow up in, the culture that we grew up in constantly propagates that you have to do these certain things to be able to have access to happiness, have access to money, have access to security, have access to a future even. How are you creating a future? You got to have a baby, you just got married, you have to do this and you have to do that. There is this blueprint formula. Are you happy? You checked up all the boxes. You are not. That is not a formula. There isn't a formula. Your life is yours. What if instead you could channelize those energies and create your life? Know what is true for me. And it doesn't mean that you have to become a career woman. You can be an artist, singer, dancer, or you can choose any lifestyle that will give you the reason to be happy, that will give you the self-satisfaction, security that you derive when you create your own life, instead of waiting for somebody else to deliver that for you. Instead of expecting it from someone else and getting disappointed. When you expect something, you are putting the seed in the soil for disappointment. An expectation always have a 50-50 probability that it will be met or not met. And it's not met, you are disappointed. Why do you have to expect anything from anyone? Josna, no. People will do nonsense with you. They hurt you not because they have a personal agenda. They hurt you just because they can. They lie to you just because they can. There isn't an agenda. Now, the problem happens when we believe this person is nice, this person is good, this is my husband, this is my mother. They can never do this to me. That is where you become blind. You don't want to see in that situation that, oh my God, this guy has been cheating me all my life. And I have been living in this lie, the lie that my brain has concocted through so-called emotion that this person can never hurt me. The moment you go into that conclusion and you are not asking a question, you will be blindsided, you will be cheated, you will be hurt, your trust will be broken. Now, you might ask, does it mean that you don't trust anybody? No. Be in the question. Every day you ask a question instead of blindly trusting somebody. And I've given this, I don't remember where I've spoken about it. There is a team member. Okay, I'm not going to go into relationship because way more complicated, lot of charge on it, right? Let's take a different example. Let's take a work situation where I have a team member who works for me. Fantastic worker, okay? He always delivers. Now I am going on Christmas holiday and this person needs to do the work. And I say, oh, he's there. I don't have to worry. I didn't ask a question. If I had asked a question, I would have known that this person wants to go on a leave. I am going on leave. I give this work to him. He doesn't really want to do it, but he's doing it because I'm the boss, but he's not doing 100%, and he is going to mess up. So he may not be the right person to give the job to. I didn't ask any question. I simply said, oh, he does it every time. He will do it every time. I put on it, and then I'm hurt. I'm disappointed. How do they do this to me? Why did he not tell me that he cannot do? But that's my creation, right? My stupidity was I didn't ask a question to him or to myself. Will he be able to deliver? And to be able to ask that question, you have to be in touch with yourself. You have to be self-aware to know, when do I ask the question? When is this energy shifting? This person yesterday was working in my favor. Today, he can backstab me. Today, he's cheating me. That happens when you are in the question in all the time and you do not take anything as a conclusion. Nothing is permanent. Everything can be changed. Now, in an Indian context, ooh, that is definitely difficult because it's the settling thing, right? You have to settle. You have to settle. You have to settle. There is nothing called permanent. If there's nothing permanent, can you really settle?
Yeah, so then my question is, and not in the context of your example, because it's more
Yeah,
in the office
simple.
premise. So
Yeah,
obviously things would
yeah,
be different. You want to control things in office, right? Like we
yes,
all would want to.
yeah,
But in a relationship, uh,
yes.
it's more about surrender, is what we say, right? That you trust people, uh, you leave it to God.
When you surrender, what do? What is the
Give
energy of
it to God,
surrender?
right?
When you say surrender, it
You
means
let the control go out of scope.
exactly. Do you want to be out of control? Even if it's a relationship, do you want to be? Does it create greater?
No,
When you surrender, somebody else is greater, and that's why you have to surrender to that person.
no, I'm not talking
Even
about the
when,
person surrender. I'm talking about the surrender to God, right? So that's what I'm talking
so are
about.
you making God bigger than you?
Yeah.
Yes. So
Right.
if I had to say that God is not bigger than you, God made everybody equal, and God said, I will stay inside you, then is God bigger than you, or is God you?
Then the God is me.
In our belief, we say we have God element in each one of us, right? So why are you making God bigger than you? He lives inside you. He has put you on earth to have fun. He has put you on earth to go do karma, do whatever you would like to do. And based on what you will do, you will get. Why are you making him bigger than yourself, or him or her bigger than yourself? You say, well, you give me this beautiful life. I'm going to make the best of it. Surrender to yourself. That is what God wants. And not forget about God. That's a very big topic. When you know that you have the God element within you, you do not have to look for guidance outside of you. Shivoham. You do not have to look for guidance outside of you. You do not have to make things bigger than you. You have to be present with yourself. That's your job. That's how you came to earth. That is what you were expected to do and be. You were supposed to be. The nature, everybody be, right? The lion be. The lion does just being, right? The dog is being. The cat is being. Why can't a human just be? When you make all these things bigger than you, when you make all these sources of your life's creation, then you are saying, take away control from me. Now I will be in the side effect of whatever is happening. If you, let us take for a minute that belief system of yours about God. Does he want you to be unhappy?
No.
God doesn't want you to be unhappy. God wants you to choose. He's given you the power to choose, to stop being unhappy and choose your happiness. And what do we choose? We choose relationships. We choose relationships in which we get hurt. We choose expectation. We choose conclusion. Why can't we choose every 10 seconds, like Gaurav said? This is working for me. This is not working for me. What is this? What can I do with this? Can I change this? How can I change this? If you live in the question, every day is fun, even in a relationship. Nothing is settled, nothing is secured. Every day is fun. You're creating step by step by step by step. And even the relationship stays fresh. But you have to ask questions every day. And the unpopular truth is sometimes the relationship is over. We don't want to accept it. It's a cultural thing. It's an emotional thing. But if you ask the question, is it over? Am I done? Is this not making me happy anymore? Then there is condition. Oh, I have children with this person. I have all of these commitment. No, then you have to be brave, my friend. That is the choice you have to make. What is it that I want? Do I want to suffer through my life? Does my life has to be this dragging energy? Or can I choose something different which will make everybody happy? Everybody happy. When you're stuck in a toxic relationship, understand the other person is also not having fun. So sometimes it is valuable to ask the question, is it over? Am I done? And what can I choose next which will make me happy? Because that's your job, my friend. I'm giving you a job. Your job is to be happy. Will you take the job?
Yes.
And I fired you from being unhappy. I fired you from the job of being unhappy. I fired you from the job of looking for guidance outside of you. You don't have to look for guidance outside of you. You have to ask questions. You have to talk to people who will ask you questions, who will challenge you, who will say, are you done? Jyotsna. Your job, only job, only job, only job is to be happy, to choose fun. And fun not from a sense of frivolity, fun from a sense of creation of my life, something that will make me happy and make the people who are with me, whom I would like to spend my life with, enjoy with, create greater for them as well. If you are unhappy, do you think your friends will be unhappy? Your unhappiness at this moment is affecting me as well. If you are happy, you are being that vibration. Everybody around will you happy. And then what happens when you're happy? Money follows you. Money follows you. Whatever you will do happily will always create greater. Surrender to yourself, my friend. You don't have to surrender to anybody else. Trust yourself.
So then why are we, and I'm not talking about this society, I'm just talking about from a more spiritual perspective, right? That we always keep saying that control is bad, right? And here what we're talking about is taking control of emotions, taking control of.
No, we are saying get out of control. What energy space, consciousness choice, magic, miracle, mystery, possibility, power, and potency can you and your body be to be out of control, out of definition, out of limitation, out of form, structure, significance, out of linearity, out of concentricities, with total ease for all eternity? Everything that doesn't allow this to happen, right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pop, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. When you do you are supposed to be out of control, out of definition, out of limitation, because these are boxes, inside boxes, inside boxes, inside boxes in which you are living. You want to break all boxes. You want to break all boxes to know who I am and how much I can be. It is not about taking control. Go out of control to truly be in control of your life. Go out of control. Go out of control. Because out of control is the definition, right? The rule is the definition. You can only eat this. You cannot eat this. You can do this. You cannot do this. You can go here. You cannot go here. This is the amount of money. Oh, no, 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 no. Not more than that. That's evil. That money is bad. This is bad. That is bad. These are all rules. These are all definitions. These are conclusions. These are judgments. They don't create greater. They do not create greater. They keep you limited. And when people try to control you, what are they trying? What are you being? A robot? A puppet? An effect of somebody else's life? Are you even living your life? You're living somebody else's life. What would it take for you to create your life and live your life where you will be happy all the time? Choice. You have to choose it. You have to choose it. No matter what the consequence is, be willing to choose it. Trust yourself. You will not be in the effect of it. You will not be destroyed. You will always come out stronger. Many of the times, when you're about to make that choice, you're like, oh my God, what if this happens? What if that happens? No, choose. Everything else will follow. Even if it means that you will be completely destroyed, it will create greater for you. Because you know what is true for me. and I will get there. And I always give this example. Before creation comes, destruction. Are you brave enough to destroy? Shiva is the god of creation and destruction, right? Pralaya happens before creation. Let the pralaya happen in your life. It's okay. You have the strength, you have the power, you have the capacity, you have the happiness, you have the joy, who can reconstruct herself after that destruction. Nothing is permanent. Nothing is permanent. Sometimes you have to go down to come up. I like that. Now she's smiling.
No, I'm smiling because I'm thinking that how much doubt there is
Doubt
no
diminishes you.
limit.
Doubt destroys you. Doubt is a slow poison. Doubt is a slow poison, my friend. Throw the bottle out of the window. No more doubt. Claim, own, acknowledge your capacity, your brilliance, your magic. You found this call. You are magical. Only magical people find access.
So then, why is my not, and this is probably, in line with Gaurav's question, which
Yeah.
when he was talking about using multiple tools, right? So, 2.5 years ago, Tina, I was a religious person. I was too much into God, but not a very spiritual person. Okay, and when I say spiritual, I'm talking about being self-aware, spiritual from that perspective. So past 2.5 years, it has happened that I'm like too much off into self-analysis, questioning myself, questioning my surrounding, and all of that. And then I'm doing this meditation, and then I'm doing something else, and then I'm going for a chakra healing retreat, and all of this. But somehow, with all of these things, I'm not settled somewhere. Maybe I'm looking for a eureka moment, like, oh, this happened and then everything will change after this moment, sort of thing. Or maybe bit by bit, inch by inch, as you said, that one molecule you change and you change thousands of molecules later. Maybe that's what is changing in me, which I don't identify right now. But at times I feel that I'm doing too much of like hovering. I'm doing this,
Self-judgment.
that also, counseling also, meditation also, all of that. And then, why is it that I'm still not finding peace? Why is it that still I'm not getting
What
the
have you
answer?
defined? So what have you defined? So there are these definitions that you have, okay, about how settled will look like, how peace will look like, okay? All of these definitions, you destroy them, okay? Destroy them, use the clearing statement after that. All the definitions of peace, being settled, and how change will look like, how I will feel, destroy them, first of all. Second, you are doing all these self-help things, etc., etc. And everything that you're defining is too little or too much, destroy that also. Because that is a judgment, right? Oh, am I doing too much? Am I doing too little? Am I doing right? Am I doing wrong? This is not judgment, self-judgment. The most unkindness that we do is to ourselves. So kill the self-judgment. Kill the self-judgment. Because that is where you also said that I don't think I'm acknowledging all that I'm doing and the change that is happening, because I have this image of the change, how it should be, and it is not matching that image.
Right.
I
Absolutely.
want to match the photo. I want the green and the blue and the red and the brown exactly in that shade. It is not matching. So I'm thinking it's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. Third thing is, what is the value of time? What is the value of time? We make time tremendously valuable. Everybody tells you time is money. You take as much time as you require. Now, this is where I'm going to be a little, like you said, little, you want to call it mythological, spiritual, whatever. We were here, we are here, will be here. Lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, What if all this work of being conscious that you're doing is beyond time? Time is not important. What have you defined that this time frame is what I'm going to give myself to become conscious? All the work towards consciousness that you're doing, there is no finish or start point, end point. When you make the finish and end point, that is where you're making it finite. We are talking about consciousness being a continuous journey. And all the work that you're doing is making your life better and better and better and better and better. How does it get any better? How does it get any better? How does it get any better? More and more awareness, one more layer of unconsciousness is peeled out, one more layer comes up. You peel that out, one more layer comes up. You peel that out, one more layer comes up. Then you get some more unconsciousness by stupid conversations. Then that happens again. It's a continuous journey. It's a continuous journey. So everywhere you are making all of these things, a reason to judge yourself, constantly doubt yourself, and then try to reach that image or definition of consciousness. Do you choose to destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pop, all nine shirts, boys, poets, and beyonds. I use the clearing statement after this is because when the energy comes up, sometimes you say something, sometimes you don't say something. The best response is, even when you don't get it, you simply say, yes, I want this to change. And then the clearing statement clears the energy. Okay, that's how it works. So in your cases, you are choosing change. You're choosing to be greater. Be at it. Be at it. Don't try to say that only this will work, that will work, that will work. You can use different tools. You can use access tools. You can start asking simple questions every day. Who am I today? What grand and glorious adventures will I have today? Just for today. Just for today, my life will be a celebration in the morning. Just for today, my life will be a celebration. Just for today, my life will be a celebration. Just for today, my life will be a celebration. What can I be and do different today to have more fun? Because in Access, we use a lot of questions. Question is the biggest tool that we use. Every time you ask a question, new awareness comes up and we work on that question. And that's why all these clearings happen. So what if you could just live your life one day at a time? Just one day. Forget about all your definitions of all of the things that you're trying to do. And every day at the end of the day, you say, everything that I learned today, which is not useful, I choose to destroy and uncreate it. And everything I did to uninvite consciousness from my life, everything I did to uninvite money from my life, everything I did to uninvite happiness from my life, everything I did to uninvite fun from my life, I choose to destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pop, online choice, boys, poets, and beyond. Next day morning, new day, new choice. And the more you will do it, you will become conscious, because consciousness is not a dress that you wear. Consciousness is your journey. And you become more and more conscious every day. And you're free to use as many tools. If you're an infinite being, is there a limitation that you can only do this or you can only do that, and this is conflicting with that, and that is conflicting with this? No, consciousness is consciousness. You take the highway, you take the jungle, or you take the shortcut, depends upon you. Which tool talks to you? I know many people who use multiple modalities, all to become conscious. There is not that, oh, you're using this, you cannot do that now. You can choose all of it. Get out of definition. Forget about this is right, this is wrong, this is good, this is bad, this much is too much, that much is not enough. Those are all definitions. Clean it up. Finish it. Gaurav, you have a question?
Yeah, I am actually aware of a lot of things like this may happen, that may happen to me. Basically, it's threatening from other people related to abuse and all.
Are you aware, or are you being, is it a presumptive reality? Are you presuming it will happen, or is it true?
It's presumptive reality for sure.
So why are you presuming it? Do you know the power of the mind? The power of the mind is the moment you think of shit, it will happen. Why are you thinking nonsense?
Pata nahi, I don't know why I'm thinking it. I don't know whether I'm picking it up or I
You're
don't
picking
know.
people because they tell you that this will happen. So you learn that this will happen, and now you're trying to vibrate at that frequency and you're creating it for yourself. Nonsense.
So
Like
how to
people say,
stop it?
oh, my
I'm
mother.
too careful.
Presumptive reality khatam karo. Finish the presumptive realities. All the presumptive realities that I have about this. Sometimes you can't even put words to it, right? all the presumptive realities that I have about this, which is creating the future that I don't want to have, I choose to destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, online shows, boys, perverts, and beyonds, all the nonsense. I am saying all the presumptive reality, which is creating all the nonsense, all the garbage that I'm putting into my future, I choose to destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, online shows, boys, perverts, and beyonds. Put gifts into your future. Put money into your future, not crap. Put crap into your future. All these presumptive realities will create more and more crap into your future. Why do you have to even create it? Like, oh, my dad had arthritis. I will also have arthritis. My mom had diabetes. I will also have diabetes. Oh, my sister has high blood pressure. Oh, I think I will also have it. Why do you want to have it? No. The moment you think it, that will start happening. I told you, power of the mind. You think nonsense, nonsense will happen. Don't make it true. Don't make it true. Don't make it true. All the presumptive realities that I'm using to create the crap in my life that I'm choosing, I choose to destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, online shows, boys, perverts, and beyonds. And not only presumptive reality, Gaurav use big five, okay? All the five. Presumptive reality, need for reactive reality, need for reactive response system, AI actualizers, and fifth element. Use all of them. All the big fives I'm using to choose the nonsense for my future that I'm choosing, I choose to destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, online shows, boys, perverts, and beyond.
Yeah, I do not know about the big five because
Okay, the
मैंने
big
तो
five
भी
is
from
presumptive reality. Presumptive reality is what you presume, you think it will be true. And just by thinking, you make it true. Need for reactive reality. Need for reactive reality means that this will happen, then that will happen. The action, the reaction that you will have to that, you have also thought about it. And then there is need for reactive response system, which is basically if you get out of the presumptive reality and the need of reactive reality, if you manage to break it, there are other people around you who will say, no, 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 that is not possible. That has to stay. That is need for reactive reality because that is how people have seen the world. And there is AI actualizers that keeps the need for reactive reality in place, which is the artificial intelligence called culture, society, family. That's artificial intelligence that keeps you limited. And then beyond that is the fifth element, being the savior of the mankind, destroying yourself, sacrificing yourself, compromising your happiness to make other people happy. We do it all the time. Those are the five. Presumptive reality, need for reactive reality, need for reactive response system, artificial AI actualizers, and big five. If you want to learn more about it, I do foundation classes. You can do the foundation class. You will get to know a lot of it, the whole of it. But I gave you a mini description as to what it is. So all the big fives you are using to create
the
more
crap
big
that I'm
fives in
doing.
your life that you're choosing, choose to destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, online shows, boys, perverts, and beyonds. And I highly recommend, Gaurav, get your bars run. When was the last time you got your bars run?
Bars and last time I got run in November.
Why? Get it run. You're going through so much of change. Get your bars run, please.
What
I
is bars?
Josie, you might
tried to
also.
find someone at my place
I will
basically,
explain
but
it to you. Access
mm,
bars is a process. So you've seen about acupuncture and various points on the head that people talk about, right? So all the, for example, believe it or not, all these emotions that you so-called emotions you talk about, there are various points on our head, neurological endings, 32 points on our head, that if you touch gently, all your point of views about it can be released. And all you have to do is touch it and you run it. There are bars practitioners who do that. You can learn how to do it as well. That's called a bars class. And then there is a bars session. In a session, somebody will do it for you. It will take somewhere around 45 minutes to 1 hour. It's a hands-on body process. You don't have to take off your clothes or anything. Somebody will just touch your head very gently. Okay, you cannot play music. You cannot cross your hands while receiving the session. That's it. You just, the worst that will happen is you will think that you had an amazing massage. And the best that will happen is your life will change. It has changed my life. I can tell you that. I can take personal guarantee. That's taking a bar session. Now, after if you enjoy it, you can also learn bars. You can give bars to people. You can become a practitioner. And then you can also become a facilitator. And the big five and all these things that we're talking in detail, you can take that class after you take the bars class. That's called the foundation. You take the foundation after you take the bars class. And slowly your level of consciousness starts increasing if you choose it.
And like, is it available in India? I'm hearing this
Everywhere.
word for the first time.
Oh, wow. Access bars, I will send you all the details. There's a whole database of Indian practitioners. Where are you located, Jyotsna? Which city?
Bangalore.
Bangalore. Nithya Chillam. I will send Nithya Chillam's detail to you. She will help you with the bar session. Nithya, there is so many other facilitators. There's like 50 million facilitators in India who will do that for you. They can do the class
I'm
for
not
you.
sure if you remember. Yeah, I'm not sure if you remember, but you and I, we worked in Genpact together, as in
Okay.
not directly, but yeah,
Okay.
indirectly.
No, I
So I
don't remember.
came to
I'm
you.
sorry.
No worries. This is 2015, long
Yeah,
ago.
long time back. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but that's how I think I connected with you on LinkedIn, and I got about these classes that you do, or the sessions, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'll tell you one thing definitely, Tina, is that,
Yes.
Even if I do meditation and stuff like that, one thing that I'm not able to correlate so far, and again, it can be a blockage, it can be a doubt, is when people talk about something which is more of spirituality and less of practicality. Like I did a NLP session wherein, just the way you said about some nerves and points, this I'm able to correlate and understand, and I feel like, okay, this is going to work for me. However, if somebody says that, okay, I have some superpowers and I can we can meditate and do certain things. Yes, I do feel the energy, but I'm not able to accept it. I don't know if it is my limited belief
Yes.
on God or something else, but I don't want to do that. Frankly, I don't want to do that. Maybe it's subconsciously so much settled in me.
Subconsciously programmed into us that, oh, that is not possible. That is programmed into us. But then you can access it. Like you said, I feel the energy, but I don't believe it. When I ran the bars for the first time, everybody said this will happen, that will happen. And I'm like, nothing happened to me. And it took me one whole year to be able to access that. I started running bars regularly. And then slowly I realized, see, there is this definition of superpower people think. People think that you will start flying or something. No, that's not superpower. Superpower is able to predict, not only predict, I mean, you are able to be aware of other people's realities and what is about to happen, what has happened, what's happening in other people's heads. All of that you get to know in a very unique way. It depends upon how you will be able to access it. It will not be the same for everybody. It will be different for different people. And that is what we need to also acknowledge. How do we acknowledge it? By simply saying that, okay, I'm willing to take one day at a time. And the more you work on your consciousness, there are Siddh Babas, gurus, so many people, especially in India, you see, who are able to predict things, who are able to tell you this is happening. Child, you be careful. They're able to predict incidents. They're able to also sense the energy of someone else. All of that is called quote unquote superpower. For example, my superpower would be at this point in time to know what's going on inside your head as to how you're receiving what I'm saying. You like it, you don't like it, you're accepting it, you're putting a block against it. After so many years of practice, I'm able to sense it. People whom are talking to me are like that. Also, I'm able to attract people like God or like you and other people into my universe who are contributing to me. And by this conversation, by the way, I'm facilitating myself as well, because these questions, every question is unique, right? So that actually becomes your various kinds of superpowers and levels of superpowers. Some people have ability to sense entities in the room, okay? And they're able to receive from them. They're able to work with them. Now, you do not see it in real life and you're like, oh, that is not happening. It's difficult to believe. But what is belief? Belief is a limitation. The more you do conscious activities, you live your day one day at a time, you get your bars done, you are doing more and more clearings to remove all the definitions. Slowly, one day you will say, oh, that can happen. Oh, wow, she just did that. Oh, she just did that. So the whole belief system will crash. Your belief system will crash, but it takes
Right.
time. It takes time.
Right.
And it also takes a level of trust to yourself.
Hmm.
And you don't have to believe anything. You don't have to. It
Right.
happens over a period of time, and it happens when it happens. It can happen in 60 years, it can happen in 6 days, it can happen in 6 minutes.
Right.
Again, there should not be any judgment around it. There are many people who say many things, and I'm like, I don't think so. But then maybe after 10 days, I will say, you know what? That made sense. And it's okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing, oh, I said that. Now I have to commit to that, and I will not believe that. That's also a limitation. Be open. Every day is new. And
Right.
yesterday
So
I didn't
how
believe
about
it. Today,
how about these akashic records, past life regression? You know, uh,
why do you
see,
want to go
can I
into the
just,
past? Why do you want to
no,
go into
I
the
don't
past?
want to. I'm just talking about, like, people,
There are
there's so
different
much.
modalities. There are different modalities. I've heard people practice it. Some of my friends also practice it. I haven't practiced it, so I wouldn't know. I've only done access. I have done a bit of meditation. That's it. I do not do anything else. So I wouldn't know. But then, yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
no,
modality. It works for some people.
yeah,
It works for
I'm
some people.
like, does it really happen? Like, they say that I
Yeah,
can get into your past and
yeah,
uh,
yeah.
get your access to
Information.
everything. Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
and
There
I'm
is a
like,
book by Dr. Brain Weiss, Brian, Brian Weiss, who talks
okay,
about 7 lives, 7 masters. He talks in detail about past life regression and how
okay,
people can access information from their past. It's
okay.
primarily getting to know what I was. Now, my
Hmm.
limited, interesting point of view is, um, I believe that we have been everything in the past life. We have been kings and queens and monsters and slaves and slave masters and everything, because that's how I've grown up. I've heard that
Right,
all the time. We've been,
right.
we are now, and we will be. So
Yeah.
if we've been everything, it never appealed to me to go into a past life review. It is exciting to know,
Hmm.
like astrology. Tell me interesting
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
But there is a curiosity. But do I believe in it? I mean, those people who do go ahead and do it, they are welcome to do that. That hasn't appealed to me. But like you said, those are things that people are able to do. And yeah, for some people it works. And it is a capacity. Some people are able to do it. I haven't practiced it, so I wouldn't know.
yeah. No, so
But one
for
thing is
me, but
true,
as I
energy.
said,
Yeah.
yeah. So as I said that, I believe in practicality. Like, so
Yeah.
from a scientific perspective, I just wanted to know, does this really happen? Is this
Yes.
possible?
Those who are able to see, and the world is made of energy. Everything around us is energy. The
Hmm.
more you are able to manipulate the energy, the more you are able to, it becomes malleable. The past, the present, the future, all becomes malleable. And the more it becomes malleable, people are able to go back, find out what has happened, and they can give you information. It is very much possible. Depends upon the knowledge, capacity, competency of the practitioner who is doing it. Now,
Hmm.
the problem is, where does this disbelief come from? It comes from the fact that we have seen too many frauds around us. And that's
Hmm.
why we find it hard to believe. But then the
Right.
ones who work with energy truly know how to work with it, um, what I would say, make it malleable. They
Hmm.
are able to access it. That I can tell you that yes, it is possible. Now, who is doing it? The skill, the competency, the level
Hmm.
of the person. That depends how true it is or how much of nonsense it is.
Okay.
But it is possible. Definitely is possible.
Okay.
It's energy, right? You access energy this way, that way. The more expert you become, the more you can.
Okay. Interesting. I think I brought down one bar right now with
Excellent.
that, uh,
Excellent.
thought
How does it
process.
get any better than this? How does it
Yes.
get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? What else is possible for Jyotsna? And you can ask that for yourself. I will put you in touch with someone who can help you run your bars and experience it. It will be, it's life changing. I can tell you, my friend. It changed my life completely. All right, Anjali, any questions? That wonderful girl. See, that's my energy pool. That's my capacity. That girl I have actualized in my life.
Hi.
Hi. How are
I'm
you?
working.
Hmm.
I'm working. See,
Okay, you're
I'm
working.
working. I'm making this. Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad
I
you
was
joined.
listening.
Thank you.
I
Any
was
questions you
on my way.
have?
No,
Okay.
I don't have any question. I just wanted to be there with you.
Excellent. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you, everybody. I think we have massively overshot the time. Thank you. I will put the recording on YouTube, guys. Enjoy, and I will see you soon.
Thank you so much, Tina. I
Next
never knew
Saturday.
you were into this. I think I would have got in touch with you 8 years ago then.
No, I wasn't when I was in Gen Pact. I did that after that. I started after that. But then it has
Glad
been a welcome change. It has been a welcome change. So Bhavna is joining. I'm going to have some fun with Bhavna.
Bhavana actually
Bhavna is
texted
joining
in the
now.
group.
Okay.
So I told her that it is still going on. You can
Hi, Bhavna.
join.
I just have fun with her and then I will close the call. Hi, Bhavna.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. We were wrapping up the call. We saw you were coming in, so you wanted to have fun with you. And then we thought we will finish the call. But we just finished and we had our conversation. But I will put out the link on YouTube. You can listen to it. And I think it's at 7:30 Saturday time. So next Saturday, you can join us on time.
Okay. Actually, my daughter's just gone for a delivery.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Okay, I'll send you energy contributions. We will all
thank
send
you.
you energy contributions. All right,
Thank
good
you.
luck. And I will see you guys next week, next Saturday.
Thank you
See
so
you.
much, Tina.
You're
Bye-bye.
welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.